Shannon, you can open them.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Baba. If you would like to speak with Babaji, you can let me know by chatting me. You can also relay a question or a comment, and I'm happy to share it with Baba. You can do that via the chat.
Or the temple, anybody has anything, please say. It's such a topic, it's hard to elicit thoughts. Who is saying to who is speaking and who is listening?
There's just a comment, Baba, feeling heaps of love and gratitude for you, Baba. And thank you, Babaji. Your words are so very precious to me.
Whenever you are going to sit and take this breath thinking of oneness, and when you are not sitting in the temple or in this kind of environment, what happens to you? Is the doubting mind coming in and saying, oh, it's not going to work? Or why am I doing it? I feel stupid. I got more important worries to worry about. Just listen, look at your own mind. When you are sitting down to practice, what kind of dialogue are you having with yourself? And that is the spiritual practice, to really look at yourself. What kind of dialogue I have with myself? And the day you can shift that, transform that way of thinking, that way of having that conversation with yourself, that is your practice, not the sitting on the zafu and lighting a candle and ringing the bell. That's something else. The real work is the conversation you are having with yourself. If you just sit down quietly, even in your bed, and just do an om, just take a nice deep breath, bring the attention to the navel, raise the sound. Om. Let it resonate in your crown. Feel it without trying to judge it or comment on it or tell yourself something. Just feel it. Flow in that flow. See what happens. And when you are saying ma, if you are not used to holding your mind, it first will come, oh, my singing, I don't like to sing. Or I can't sing. You start judging yourself right now. You start judging the sound of ma. You're not there to sing. You are there just expressing this. Let it be however it comes. Don't judge it. Your mind should be focused on the gratitude that Ma, the Divine Mother, the Divine, is present in your life in so many ways. And the moment you become aware of that presence, your heart opens. Anyway, I didn't want to start speaking again. I would love to hear from you. Yes. Yes. Yes, Shannon?
Sorry, I thought you were talking with someone in the temple. There's a couple of questions in the chat. One is I feel the stress comes when I'm retaining the breath on the exhalation versus the inhalation. I'm not sure why.
The stress is being experienced on retention or exhalation?
It says when the retention is in the exhalation, I think is.
Well, there is stress in both. Holding on is stress and letting go is stress. So pay attention to which one is more stressful to you. We need to work on both. And do very slowly, just observe it. Just before the stress begins to build, release it or let it in. Don't let it go too far, but you are aware of it and slowly expand a little bit and then let go or let in. Work very slowly, very carefully. Please do not rush into it. It's done very mindfully. Particularly if you are a heart patient or something, I would not recommend to hold your breath for too long. So, but it's a joy, it's a feeling of joy. Focus on the joy, that the momentary joy that you experience either while holding the breath in or letting out, even for a moment or two, and that expands. What's the next one?
Well, it's interesting that you said heart patient because there's a question: does receiving a body part from another, like a heart or lung transplant, cause any problem for our soul?
I don't know. Soul is pure. Soul is does not get affected by it, but if your mind is focused on that, then it is going to affect you. Body is just an instrument. You get another part, body, the machine works. In my thinking, no. It does not touch the soul, but it may affect your mind because you are thinking about it. There is somebody else's, then when you are thinking, you are giving it power, then uh, the vibration of that part will begin to show up. So please remember, wherever your mind is, that becomes your reality. If you don't think about it, go on with your business, you'll be fine. This body is just an instrument. It has nothing to do with the soul. That's what I think. Jimmy, you were saying something?
I found it to be a pleasant coincidence when you were speaking about when you meditate, not to think of, am I being foolish? Am I kidding myself? Am I being stupid? Because recently, after I meditate or after I do my mala jobs, my mantra, I find myself thinking, why am I not doing this more often? Because I feel so good afterward.
Mm-hmm. It happens once you get a taste of meditation, once you get a taste of that sweetness, it's But then we get back in some other way, and then we keep that thing snowballs. But that's very fortunate to have that kind of feeling.
Baba, there's a question. How do I stay connected to that oneness when I feel separate from others through judgment or fear?
Again, you have the choice, and like I was talking about today, when you are really flowing, just hold your breath. Take a nice few deep breaths, do some ohms. It's like start putting little pauses. We, being a human, we go through all kinds of emotions, and how to just put a little break in it and come back to this. This is the practice. This is the way we do it. And we have been living a human life with all kinds of experiences and our stories, so that habit has been ingrained in there, and that habit takes a little time working on it. Just won't disappear like that. So every day, that's what our daily practice is all about. Every day we just cleanse it all, push it all out, and take a dip in that clean river. Take a dip in the clean river. Even 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your daily practice, your meditation with the right mindset is very powerful. And this is the way to come back from that feeling separated, feeling united. There are practices, even just don't do anything, just practice of Omkar, practice of Omkar, just sitting there for 5-10 minutes and doing Om, something begins to build inside if it's done with the right mindset.
Baba, there's a request to elaborate a bit more on Kring and Kali.
Today I will not speak more than what I have just said. Just think of Ma Kali as deity of transformation, the Shakti, the energy that's behind the transformation. What is that energy that is behind every change? We are changing. Everything is changing every moment. And the force behind that change is Kali. So just think about, just stay in that sacredness. Whatever is changing, even the flower is opening or flower is wilting. You are feeling happy, or you're feeling sad or angry. But whatever caused that change, there is Kali right there. I know lots of people think of Kali, I'm feeling like Kali. It's not like that. Kali can come into sweetness too. You are angry, you are upset, and you feel a little comfort. That is also Kali. Soumya Kali. You are. So whatever there is a transformation happening, change happening, shift happening, it's all Kali. That's all I'm going to say today about Ma.
So, a question about meditation. Sometimes when I meditate, I feel as if I'm not breathing. Breath stops and I'm still here and aware of so much more. What's happening?
That is what is happening. you are in a deeper state of meditation. And when you are calm, when you are still, your breath you don't need to breathe much. And so I wouldn't worry about it. Enjoy that state of stillness when your breath is very smooth. It's so subtle that there is not even a physical um, movement happening. Can you think about breath of breath itself? When everything becomes very still, when the mind is still, your breath becomes so smooth that there is no sensation of the breath experienced, but something is breathing in you, so I wouldn't worry about it. Beautiful. It's nice to see you all, and I'm just seeing on the screen here, greeting you, sending you my love and blessings. Wherever you are, please stay healthy, stay happy, and maybe give yourself an assignment this week. Find those moments when open yourself to give love and receive love. And also, think about the sacredness of transformation. Just think about it. I'm not going to ask you to do anything more, but don't blame it, don't curse it, don't have negative thing. Can you have a feeling of sacredness towards the change? And that change is very subtle. Even when I'm ready to get up and go out of this room, there is some Shakti, some energy that is engaged in making this change. Can I be aware of that sacredness of even that is available to me every moment? Thank you all. My blessings.